Welcome back to Keone Games. My name is Will, and today I thought I would just do a video of me doing my orders for the morning. It's about like 10, 10 o'clock right now, and I try to always get my orders out and into the outgoing mailbox by noon. Um, where I used to live before, it was a lot closer of a walk to the outgoing mailbox. Now it's almost like a quarter of a mile walk just to the nearest outgoing mailbox that I could drop off. Like today, I think I have 9 orders to do. Um, so I try not to have to make multiple trips to the mailbox. I used to like when I first started, I would every time I got like a new order in. Although like I think when I first started, if I got 2 or 3 orders in on the same day, I would each time I would get the order, I would pack it and drop it off in the outgoing mailbox. But these days, I try to just do it like once a day. It saves me time and it allows me to focus on like other things throughout the day. But yeah, today I have, it looks like I only have one Magic the Gathering order, and the other 8 are actually all One Piece. My Japanese One Piece stuff has actually been selling pretty well on TCGplayer. It was a pain to get it set up, but now that I have about like half of the different sets set up on TCGplayer now, it kind of like just does its thing, and every day I get like multiple sales. But yeah, I'm just gonna start picking some orders. My first order is, which one is it? There, I think it's called like the best of. It's PRB1, and they're just Dawn cards. I realized when I had first decided to start having One Piece inventory, I like knew nothing about it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And slowly over time, like I've learned like what was good and what wasn't. And the one things that seem to sell pretty well for me right now are these like Dawn cards. It's kind of like lands if you're familiar to Magic, and it seems like every deck needs about 10 of them. So here's like an order of 10 of them. They sold for 30 cents each. I have ones that sell for almost like $2 each. So those ones sell, or those ones are very profitable. This is like one of my cheaper Dawn cards, but still really good as well. Like I'm happy to sell 10 of these at 30 cents each. I'm gonna split it into, put it in a penny sleeve, and put it into into 2 packages essentially. I try to do things in bulk, so I put them into penny sleeves, and I tend to fold my packing orders. On my packing orders as well, I always write like a thank you. For the holidays, I wrote like happy holidays as well. Now, since the holidays are over, I just write thank you and their name. Heard it was a good, nice touch to do, and it seems to give me decent feedback. Some people really seem to like that I do write the notes. I think most people probably don't care. OP356. I don't have all of my tabs labeled, so my vision's going bad. That's not 56. So for this next card, I have them listed for 24 cents each. 19 cents is my floor price for cards. So it does kind of suck sometimes when someone only buys like 1 or 2 of my like 19 cents for price cards, but I think every sale that I get, I mean, it improves, I guess, or it increases the amount of sales I have, which is always good. So over time, I'll hopefully get into the like 4 digits into the thousands of sales. All right, OP53. Yeah, set 5. I don't know what they're called in names, but I've noticed OP5 seems to be a pretty popular set out of the current 9 in the US and 10 in Japan. OP5 15. I'm not sure if I should be like wearing my glasses when I do this now. I feel like when I wear my glasses, I can't see things too close. But if I don't wear my glasses, I can't see things too far. I have like a sweet spot of like distance-wise of like a few feet of like most optimal, where my vision is like most optimal. Okay. This is 6 cards. Yeah, one pain about One Piece cards is they're thicker, and they seem like they're on better like card stock, but it also means that the cards are heavier, so I can't ship as many cards in a single envelope before I go over that like 1 ounce. I also offer free shipping over $5, so like my first order I just did, where there are 10 cards, that will need an extra ounce stamp on that. But they're paying for shipping, thankfully, so that kind of helps offset the cost. OP9 107. That's a rare card. 107. No, it's 101. It's 102. I wish I could tell what the cards were by their names, but since they're all in Japanese and I don't read Japanese, it definitely makes it harder. Yeah, these rare cards, they're holographic cards. This one went for 29 cents each. That's not bad. It's just weird. I feel like there's a decent amount of like commons and uncommon cards within One Piece that are actually worth more than a lot of the rare cards. Or as in like Magic, which I'm a little bit more familiar with, you might only have 2 or 3 uncommons that are I guess like worth maybe like more than 50 cents. OP911. It is good to see that some of these bulk cards are selling though. Like this is another 19 cents card. Someone bought a playset of them. It's from OP9. And OP9 is the one set I have a ton of just because of when I first bought this like lot from the current ribbon shipper that I buy my cards from. He had a lot of OP9. So the more of these that sell, the better. I need to eventually make like bulk lots of these. Oh, I have made bulk lots, but even when I have them at, I think on TCGplayer, I have them at like $15 or $16 with free shipping for 1,000 of them. They're not selling. even like locally, I've tried posting them on Facebook Marketplace that they don't seem to really sell. I don't know at what price they would sell. I'd probably have to just like keep lowering it. I've tried putting it on eBay as well, but on eBay I put them for a little bit more. Oh, is this the same? OP9 107. Yep, someone bought the same card. They bought the last one. No. We still actually have one more. I wonder why they only bought one. I feel like most people typically buy either one or three of them. Or sorry, like a playset of 4 or 3. But typically not just one. Because it's not like Magic in Commander where I do get people that will buy a bunch of bulk cards from me, and they'll just buy like one of every card in like a set almost, or like half of a set. OP4 and 89. Yeah, I feel like my lighting isn't the best here, and some of these cards, the foiling is really hard to read. I can't even see. The numbers are like smaller too on the one-piece cards. It's definitely not good for my eyes. I don't know if I need like bifocals or something, but I definitely have a hard time. If the lighting isn't good, things are hard for me to see. Yeah, see these playset of 4 rares. These are only going for, I sold them for 19 cents each. So while not like optimal and really the best to be selling a bunch of like cheaper cards, I'm still happy I'm making sales at this point. I'd like to have more orders that are in the higher like dollar range, but I also need to get like better bulk cards or more high value bulk cards. OP5 67. This one's a rare. 567. Yeah, this person only got one as well. No, it's my only one, that's why. Yeah, sending out just like a 19-cent card in an envelope, it feels kind of bad. I mean, I charge $1.27 for shipping in an envelope, and I think my cost is somewhat close to that. Especially after like the eBay fees and everything. Okay, and my one Magic order. So right now I have like 2 boxes of One Piece, and I have 2 boxes of Magic. I'd like to, like, I have a bunch of like Japanese, Korean, and English like bulk Pokemon cards. I just haven't gotten to those yet, just because I've just been busy trying to list like these 2 games, and then I'll probably focus on. Eventually, I'll go to start listing like Pokemon stuff, but I just haven't gotten to that point yet. Now that I'm like living on my own and I kind of get to set my own schedule, I will hopefully, I'm hoping I actually have more time. I haven't had a lot of motivation lately to focus on the card business too much, just because I'm trying to like settle in, and I still have like a lot of stuff to like unpack and organize. I need to buy some like shelving units actually to store a lot of my stuff, because a lot of it is just kind of like in boxes still and sitting on the ground. So I'd like to go to Costco sometime, or like IKEA, and get some like shelving units. I don't know if I like need another desk. But yeah, hopefully I can like start focusing like really hardcore on it. It's like I would love to work like 12, 16-hour days. I just haven't really had the chance to do that yet. All right, so it's a Bloom Burl. It's a Bloom Burl promo card. Oh, there it is. This is my highest dollar card that I've had today. It's one that I remember opening up in when I went to the pre-release. It's Iridescent Vine Lasher. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is like the best method to be packing orders. I'm still trying. Like I've modified my workflow a few times so far, and I'm still trying to find like what's like the best way to of doing it. But like I said, I try to do things in batches. I find that it's probably the fastest way for me, and the way that I would make the least amount of mistakes. So like even getting my painter's tape ready, I will try to get like most of them ripped up rather than like ripping like each individual strip that I need. And I know I have 9 orders, and I think one order only has 2 packages or like 2 lots in them. So I need 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. And then I got my envelopes. I pre-printed my name and address on the envelopes already, so, and they're like windowed envelopes, so it makes it easier. And these are my, I don't use top loaders. I actually use cardstock that I've actually cut out. It's the one thing I feel like I do differently compared to other sellers out there. I know a lot of people use top loaders, or they'll use card savers, or shipping shields. So I did get one of the sample like shipping shields just to see what it was like. They do seem pretty good. They are fairly rigid though. I think that's the only thing I'm afraid of, and they add a lot of bulk to the envelope, so you can't really fit as many cards in those. I think that's like the one downside to those. Top loaders I hear like are okay, but then I've read a lot of like stories of people saying like how they have their top loaders get shred up by the USPS machines, the like sorting machines. And even though my cards are just bulk, I would hate for that to happen and my order not get to a customer. I mean, so far I forgot how many it was. I think I showed it in my last video. I know I have over 300 like orders sent out. There were a handful of them that were handful of the orders were the Costco 151 bundles. So, I mean, even it's just rounded down to 300 orders I've done so far. In the 300 orders, I've had no issues with my orders like not getting to a customer. I actually got this idea from someone on Mercari. I was looking before I decided to start doing this, I was looking into my options of what platform to sell on. It was essentially like eBay versus TCGplayer. I wanted to see what the differences were, but then I heard about Mercari where there are like no seller fees, but there actually are, like there kind of are fees. It's just all on the buyer, which means you do need to sell your goods for a cheaper price because of that. But while I was on Mercari, I don't even know how we got into talking. I was talking to a seller selling a box of Outlaws of Thunder Junction, and he was just telling me about his like singles shipping process and like what he did. And he told me that he like would cut out his own card stock, and it was like a lot cheaper, and he liked it better than I guess like using a top loader or card saver, or even the shipping shield. So I went to like a Joann's or a Michael's or something and took a look at the card stock that he was talking about, and I was like, okay, these are they're not like super rigid, but they got like some bend to them, but they're also fairly solid. It's better than using, I think there are some index cards that get like this thick, but I do use a pretty thick card stock. And I actually like doing it, or I like using the card stock rather than like a top loader. I have like some like used top loaders. I just don't like using them. I did use a few of them when I first started. I had some like used ones, but they don't look as good. I just didn't want to send. They weren't dirty, but they were a little bit scratched up. I didn't want to send like used looking top loaders to customers. And I feel like with these are a lot nicer and cleaner. I actually bought a paper cutter recently from someone on Facebook Marketplace. I was going to like a Staples close by and using their paper cutter and just standing there for like a couple hours cutting paper. And I decided that if I'm going to keep doing this method, and I do like the cardstock the best so far, I should probably invest in a paper cutter. If I start getting to the point where I'm getting, like 20, 30 orders a day, I might consider going with like pre-cut card protectors. But for right now, like I'm trying to hit like double digits when it comes to like orders a day, and I'm still not consistently getting there. I'm getting close to it. Like today was 9. I think the previous day was like 7 or 8. If I do start like ramping up and I am like using a lot more of these card stocks, then it might be worth it to buy like pre-cut ones just so I save time and I get to focus my energy on like listing more cards or source. I actually don't need to like spend time sourcing cards, I don't think, now. But, I'd be able to spend more time like listing cards. I still like to source different types of cards. Like I don't think people really do like rip and chips for like magic cards. But I do need more English language cards because the current person that I work with, he mainly does Japanese. So that's why like all my One Piece is Japanese. I do have some English One Piece, but I have not started listing those yet. Not sure how enjoyable a video like this is. I figured it'd be kind of like doing a stream without the chat. Streaming is something I'm a little bit more familiar with, just because I did used to stream for, I think I mentioned in the other video, when I used to do a lot of gaming streams on Twitch back in my, it had been considered my 30s? Yeah, my 30s at the time, like my early 30s. Speaking to a camera and talking to people at the same time, that was very difficult for me. I'm actually a pretty reserved and shy person, so I knew that getting used to speaking to like a live audience would help me with my fear of public speaking. I think because of that experience I had back then, I think I've gotten better at it. Although I do feel very out of practice because I haven't done it very much. I really don't like these, what do you call it? The team bag little sticker pieces. They always seem to like stick to you. And the team bags that I have, they're a little bit on the smaller side. After I go through these 1,000 team bags, I need to look into maybe a different kind of team bag that's maybe a little bit bigger. It's perfect for like what I need them for right now. But I think eventually when I'm wanting to stuff like maybe like more cards into a bubble mailer, like a larger team bag would be better. Okay, so 9 orders. I think I recently like picked this scale up for like $5 on Facebook Marketplace as well, just before I moved into my new place. Actually, I knew I needed one since my girlfriend at the time had a scale that I could use, but I know I wouldn't have her scale to use anymore. So I know like all of my other, like the one team bag orders are all going to be under an ounce, but I sometimes, now that I have this and it's like sitting at my desk, I do kind of like to just like check just to make sure. I think I can have up to about 7 one-piece cards before I would then go over that 1 ounce. So it's only going to be the one with the 10 cards. I know that's going to be about 1.5. Yep, it's 1.52. It's always 1.52 ounces. So manually putting these stamps on isn't like the most fun thing either, but I think before they had recently gone up in price earlier this summer, I think I bought 2,000 stamps because I knew the price would increase by like 3 or 4 cents. I forgot how much I paid for these. I don't know if they've really gone up since. I'm hoping that after I go through these 2,000 stamps, though, that I will be selling in higher volume, and maybe I could switch to something like stamps.com and just have it like all printed on the envelopes, because I use like windowed envelopes right now, so that's why I include a invoice, because it's essentially like printing it onto the envelope, and then I just have my address printed on each envelope. But yeah, this is basically what I do every morning. It's like I try to take care of my orders. Like I check to see what orders I have. I print out my orders, and I try to get them out by noon. But it's only I guess 1 order that I have that needed the extra ounce stamp. But yeah, I guess let me know how you guys like videos like this. I'm thinking about maybe like having streams where I'm just like maybe sorting cards or like working, taking care of orders, and I'm not sure how to stream on YouTube. I've never streamed on YouTube before, but I figured this is a good start. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions, I guess like even like what type of products you guys use, or how do you guys pack your guys' orders. But yeah, thank you for watching.